Hello, it's Kate with Katie Did Stitches, and today we are joined by Dresden. You good boy. Yeah, I know. You want in my lap. I don't have too many today, but I do, because I've been focusing on a few pieces that I really want to get finished, and they're so close to being finished. Or at least yes, I know. And they feel like they're so close to being finished. So I've been really, I've only got like, I think 3 cross stitch whips and then a knitting whip. And I do have some things that are like new to me. So I want to put those in as well, but maybe this video won't be too terribly long. First up is Pandemic. Look at how pretty. So I did finish the border on the outside. I did that green strip all around it. Finished that up. Mostly because I knew that if I didn't do that and I finished like the rest of it, then I would just never finish the border and it would be a very sad turn of events. But mostly I've been working right around in here. Right now I'm working on that little peacock. And I love it. I love how that looks. It's just so, it looks so intricate, even though there's no back stitching in that, it's all cross. And I think once I get over to the corner, I want to go up here and start like maybe filling in this area and working my way down. We'll see. We'll see what calls. I love it. Love that piece. And that is on 40 count truffle linen by Picture This Plus. And it lives in my bee bag. I love my bee bag. Next up is And a Forest Grew. I'm not gonna unravel it because it's just as massive as Pandemic, but this is where I was working anyway. I think I'm trying to remember where I stopped last time. I'll try and put up an image of these of where I was last. But I know I finished these birds last time. I think this tree was not done, and then like these trees and maybe that bird were not done. So I just love this one so much. Look at all that pretty green. Unravel. Very pretty. And this one is on 40 count platinum linen by Zweigart. More of a basic linen because we don't want anything competing for the forest. For your attention. I want the trees to shine. Oh, and this one lives in my flower bag. The next one I worked on, the other one that I've been working on, is Indian Peacock. And I'm not going to take him out of the Q-snap this time. Because I've just been working down in here anyway. Mostly on these flowers, although I have been working over here just a little bit. But mostly up here. And I'm thrilled with how that's coming out. Can't wait to get back stitching in it. This is on, I think, 18 count ivory Aida. This was not what came in the kit. I did replace the linen, or not the linen, the Aida that was in the kit, because the Aida that was in the kit was like a dark brown, and it didn't look right for some reason. I wonder if it was aged and discolored, but it didn't look discolored. I don't know. But the image that was on the cover seemed to show a lighter fabric. So I went and found a lighter fabric from my stash. And this allowed it to be a little bit smaller, because this is a fairly large piece. So it's not gonna take up quite as much wall space once it's done. And that one lives in my Funky Flowers and mustache bag. I love my mustaches. And the only other whip I've got is my knitting whip. And so I was making a sweater. It's the Junto Light sweater. And I can't remember the designer, but I'll put it up here. It's a raglan and pretty basic. Like, there's not a whole lot fancy going on. Once you get past the raglan, it's stockinette all the way down. But I started it, and of course, this being like my first knitting project, I was learning, and I kind of messed up the 1x1 ribbing at the neckline, and I don't think I messed up the raglan anywhere, but I do think I picked the wrong size, because I was getting through it, and I was like past the raglan, and I was down to the point where you're like just stitching in the round, getting to where you can get under the armpit, and it still felt really small, and I was like, I don't think this is gonna fit me even after blocking. So, and then I just kind of set it aside for a little too long, and now I was just like, I'm just gonna restart it. This is fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna restart it now with all of the knowledge that I have learned from that particular first attempt. And now I just finished the neckline. So I just hit 1.5 inches of 1x1. Look at that. I love how many colors are in this. Can't wait to wear it. And I'm much happier with the 1x1 ribbing now. I don't think I messed up anywhere. I've been looking at it and I can't find any mistakes. I am very proud of myself. I did have to knit backwards. I did tink, as they say. Because I realized as I was going that I had messed up the pattern, and I had to go back until it was right again. And then I fixed it. So I feel very proud of myself. Look at those pretty colors. And this yarn is a Superwash Merino, I think by Yarn Bee, I think. It's been a hot minute since I bought it, so I don't have a label in front of me, but I did cake it. The cake is very pretty. So, and that's all my whips, really. Oh, check out my stitch marker is a little gummy bear, and then my needle point protectors are soot sprites. They're so happy. And I think that's it. I don't have many whips today. I've been hammering away at just a few. I do have some new things though. This just arrived today. I'm swapping this in, like, I used to have a little floor lamp, one of those long gooseneck floor lamps, but I kind of decided I didn't like vacuuming around it. So I got one of these. So it's battery powered, you can just sit on my neck. and it'll turn on here. It's got 3 brightnesses and 4 different temperatures, 3 different temperatures. 3 temperatures. So I'm very happy for this. I think it will serve me well, because when I'm in here on the couch, usually Tyler is playing a video game, or sometimes he's doing something like on his Steam Deck or something, and having the big bright light is kind of glaring because of the way he sits. He's usually a little bit lower. So this way the light will hopefully not be shining right on him, and I can still have my light. Also, it's pink, and I like that. I did get it off Amazon. It is this box. So I haven't used it yet. It literally came like an hour ago, so I was like, oh, well, that's good timing. I'll use that in my video. This was a Christmas present from a friend that I completely forgot to include in my last video. She got all of us in our little friend group, I think all of us in our little friend group, one of these in different colors. Maybe it was, I don't know. But it's one of those, you know, you're supposed to be able to like wear it as a bracelet, right? But it just falls off of me because my hands are so tiny. But I do keep it curled up and in my side table next to my stitchy chair. But, you know, it's got inches and centimeters, and then it's got gauge holes so you can check the size of your knitting needles. It's got, what do they call it? Gauge measure? Stitch. So you can check how many stitches per inch. There's a word for it, I just can't come up with it. And also, apparently, if you wrap your yarn in here, you can see like how many wraps per inch, and I'm not really sure what the purpose of that is. Not sure what the purpose of that is. But I am new to knitting, and I've never needed that information for crochet. Stitch gauge. It's got it over here. It's got a stitch gauge. This is the stitch gauge. So for every 2 inches, you can see how many stitches per inch, per 2 inches, through this little window. Very cool. So, it's got little places you can put your stitch markers. Crochet stitch markers, or at least the kind that open. I used to know the purpose of this little indented place, and I have completely forgotten it. Anyway. Very fun. I love it so much. These I also forgot about. So they were a Christmas present from my aunt. Stitch markers. Because I told my mom and my dad, like, hey, I'm learning how to knit, and I need, like I've been a knitting mindset, so that's kind of what I wanted for Christmas. And she got me a bunch of stitch markers. They are lever backs, so I can use them for both crochet and knitting. These are really cute. Get them situated. So they're one of those things where, like, depending on the angle, the image changes. But it's a little rocket ship, a planet, with a couple of rings on it and a shooting star. Very, very cute. I love these. And I had to hunt for one of these. I don't remember taking it off, but I must have. Because like this morning, I put these aside and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll remember to put these in the video. But I must have taken this one off at some point. I don't remember doing that. I blacked out or something because I brought it in here and the middle one was missing. And I'm like, I know there were 3. I know there were 3 in there. Spent like 10 minutes looking for it. Finally found it under my stitching chair. I was like, I know I did not hallucinate. And there are actually only 2. Quite certain that there were 3. And I was right. I found it. So, the other set she got me, and these are so cute. They have little initials on them. Well, if we can get them all turned around. I'll just have to do them one by one. But they have little initials. That's Tyler. And then there's a K. That one has to do double duty. It is, well, triple duty. It is both Kate, Cora, and Cusco, as she clarified. And then I've got P for Pippin, and then W for Winry, and then D for Dresden. So I've got little family stitch markers. They're so adorable. I love them so much. And now that I've picked my knitting back up, I'm definitely gonna knock them out and get them in there. They're so cute. Last acquirement. My Fabric of the Month Club came in. Look at it. Oh, this is, okay. This is Bestitch Me. The June Fabric of the Month. It's called Tropical Island. This is 40 count Newcastle linen. And look at it. Oh my God. I love it so much. I gasped when I opened it. And I was like, I just stared at it for like a solid minute or so. Look at that. Pretty, pretty colors. So I feel like this is one of those linens that gives you very different personalities depending on how you cut the linen. I have to decide if I'm going to make this like one big piece or if I'm gonna fussy cut it and just do like a blue and then orange. I don't know. I kind of want to put, I want to do a Nora Corbett or a Mirabilia. I watched a Flosstube recently, and oh my God, I can't remember who it was, but they were doing some mermaids, some Nora Corbett mermaids. So pretty, and I was like, ooh, dang, yeah, I like that. So maybe not this one, but something similar to this. I think I want to do some mermaids on. And I think that's it. Boy, this is a short one compared to how much I normally rant and ramble. But I do think that's all I've got today. And thankfully Cora has not, yes you, has not gone into barking mode because the outside has been pretty calm. But, so that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. And take care of yourselves. I love you. Bye.